Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play Blades of Avernum. Last episode we completed the scenario Him Wolf at the Door. And it ended in a cliffhanger. And there is no third scenario. Or at least no third scenario in the series. Not to my knowledge anyway, and that is quite depressing. So, it's time to move on to another scenario. And well, you know what, let's try and keep things with the same person. So let's move on to another scenario done by Thrallney, which is Where the Rivers Meet, for levels 35 to 45. As quiet as a place may seem, so many problems does it have. Nothing to see here, just click the mouse and Blades of Avernum lets you. This scenario can be played with almost every party configuration, but things will get very weird if you don't have at least 4 players in the party. You can play with less, but things will get very weird. Also, try hard to always have a character in the first slot of your party. Otherwise, in certain cutscenes, things will get weird or won't function at all. Thank you. If you haven't read the accompanied README file, I ask you to do so now. There are some known bugs which I described in the README file, which if you know about them will make life easier for you. As you noticed, you didn't get an intro story. This is deliberate, as you will get it now. You can choose between 3 options. No story at all, a normal text, or a cutscene. Let's go with the cutscene. Now please take a step in whatever direction to let your chosen option take effect. Okay then. After a long travel, you are pleased that you can rest in this small town. As you are quite sleepy, you decide to go to the inn. Could we have a room, please? Of course. She gives you the key. You give her the required amount of coins. You then proceed to your room. So, shall we go to sleep? Please, sure, yeah. Okay. You turn the lights off and get into bed. You have a long, pleasant sleep. Next day you awake. It is time to continue on your journey to Riverod Province. You will sleep there a night in Vaughton and continue on your way. You don't want to stay there for a long time. Good morning off. Shall we have breakfast? Yeah, sure. I'm starving. Okay, let's go then. Then you halt and stop. You look around, amazed. Where is everybody? After spending some time looking around, you decided to go outside and see if there is life at one of the numerous shops. You have walked outside and you look around you when suddenly... Slightly surprised, you look at the running woman. She ran past you without even noticing you. Anyway, you were going to look at the shops. Let's look at that shop right in front of you first, with all the bookshelves. Okay. Give me just a sec. An empty room. I don't think they intended that to happen. The library. Nobody's here. Bullock's Bazaar. Going this way will get you outside the village. You don't want that, certainly not in this direction. Smithy. Nobody in here. I mean, there's loot, but we don't really need to take all of it, I think. But I guess might have value. Actually, what the hell? Take the great sword as well. Private, keep out. Can't get in there. North to Riverrod border. You don't want to leave the village before you at least made sure the shops are deserted, right? Yeah, we just tried that. Nothing happened. Okay, it seems this may have broken a little. The library is empty. There is no living soul. Ah, okay. This shop is empty. Nobody is here. This shop is empty. Nobody is here. Weird. All shops seem to be deserted. You then remember that woman that ran past you. She went north. Maybe you can still catch up with her and ask what's happening. This is the direction the woman ran. Follow her? You have walked for 5 minutes through these woods when you start hearing a crowd. They sound like people, but you can never be too sure. You walk silently on. You halt and look. The crowd consists of ordinary people. You have a closer look and you spot the inn lady. What's more, you also see the woman that ran past you, and owners of the shops you searched for. You wonder what is happening. When you decide to inquire with the people, a man comes to the crowd. You are all here. Good. We must go quickly. I heard worrying news. They're coming closer to us. Let us go now. The people seem very frightened. You wonder who these they are. It's certainly too late to ask now. You decide to go on as soon as the crowd has left. I'll take the lead. We'll try to reach the woods of Ventus. Cum auxilio something. The man shakes his head and the crowd starts moving. Te domus. Grab our hands. Mommy, Daddy. You spend some time looking at the leaving crowd. You'll probably never find out what it is these fled for. You don't really mind anyway. You decide to leave the forest and go to Riverrod Province, where you will rest. I'd want to find out. To proceed with the cutscene, please keep walking north until you hit a special rectangle and are moved to another town. That's the wrong way. You should be following the road to the north, to Riverrod, not back to Merylhide. And not the road to the west. Oh, fine. You walk on until you reach the borders of Riverrod Province. For some reason, the guards look awfully nervous. Despite that, they seem to let you pass as normal. You walk on, taking a nice stone road. However, in front of you, a problem arises. You see a village. It's burning. Oh dear. Curious, you walk on. First slowly, then faster until you reach the village. It's a mess. Many people lie dead on the floor, and the few surviving ones are hunted down by... You actually have no idea what they are. They look like Nephilim, but they are not. They are bigger, for one. They also seem stronger and more brutal. You look around and see the creatures destroy everything. Whoa. After having a good look at the creatures and the dead people, you spot a family being threatened by the creatures. Oh, Harold, I'm afraid. You don't have to, my dear. No! Please! Let them go! Take me! No, Father! The family is bound to get killed if you don't do anything. And you, brave adventurers, won't just let those big creatures kill that nice small family, now would you? You charge the creatures. Ah! You fight them for a while, but eventually you are defeated. Severely wounded, you lie on the road and watch the family being butchered. You pass out. You awake in your beds. You see soldiers standing around you. When you look at your hands and feet, you see they are tied with aseptic gauze. You begin to remember the fight. You fall asleep again. When you wake up, everyone is gone. You stand up, still dazed from sleep. It looks as if you're in some fort. You remember the enemy. Who were they? This is the end of the cutscene. Please take a step in whatever direction to continue the cutscene. Okay! That was actually kind of interesting. Could have done it better with the cutscene with the... What is it? The shops. More clear that we were supposed to look in the window, but still, that was interesting. Anyway. Alright, let's leave this place and find out what's going on. When you walk out of the room, you find a note on the door. Come to see us. Signed, General Flamington and Commander Johnson. This is a typical Riverrod soldier. His armor shines. He's probably just polished. He seems too busy to talk to you, though. You turn away and leave the soldier to his business. The big man is busy working here. As soon as you want to ask him something, he turns to you and says he doesn't have time. You go away. That leads out of the town. Alright. Well, we should get moving. Quite a few soldiers and the like around here. Barracks A. A lot of soldiers up here. It leads out into the town as well. Barracks B. I bet he's probably at Barracks B. Ah, there's the way out of the town. Well, he must be in Barracks B, so let's go there first. Nope. Perhaps not. Oh, wait. Could he be in here? No. He must be elsewhere in the town, then. Alright, then. Let's look around. You surely don't want to leave the fort without talking to the two commanding officers at the fort, do you? No. Well, here's the kitchen. A black woman is busy in the fort's kitchen. She's cutting vegetables, probably for the soup that's standing on the fire. It smells awful. What are you cooking? It smells quite lovely. I'm making a donut stew. Sounds good, don't you think? You give her a smile to be polite. Oh well, a name isn't the important thing about food, is it? It's the taste. Want to try some? It's good. Yes, why not? She puts it on a bit of a... Bleh. She puts a bit on a spoon and gives it to you. You take a small bite. You chew, chew, and chew. You don't want to let her know that it's really awful. She looks at you and asks, "How is it?" It's, nice? Her face, cramped of nerves, loosens. She seems very relieved by this. Thanks. Now, what did you want to ask me? What if we No thanks, I already ate something. Okay. What are you doing? I'm fine, thanks. Working hard to supply this place with food. It would have been easier without the Senarti. Because of raids, most merchants are scared to come here and supply me with fresh food. She points at the somewhat empty shelves. Do these merchants travel from far? I don't know. I think so, yes. She looks at the floor when saying this. She seems quite interested in that small piece of dust that's hanging around over there. I'll be right back. She walks away and comes back with a towel. She starts cleaning the floor. When she's finished, she brings the towel back and comes back to talk to you. Any other things you wanted to know? Do you run out of food quickly? It depends. Sometimes when many of our men are out hunting the Sonarti, I run out of food less quickly. When they come back, I usually also don't run out of food quite soon because many men were killed. You look frightened at her while she says that. Don't worry. Only if you come really close to their home will they kill you. There's that big hill to the west of here. If the hell the Sonarti are. Kitchen. Let's look around outside all these structures first. As I do. Sheep! Hello, sheep. You are free, sheep! Free to run wherever the hell you want! Go! Be free! I have no idea why I did that. But hey, they're free. Yeah, it looks like a storage room. Can't take anything from here, it looks like. Unless, of course, there's a guard. Alright. So we got... Officer's mess. No soldiers allowed unless it's urgent. Still, don't disturb at night. And not sure what this is. Ah! The Temple of Fort Filbert is big and dusty. It hasn't been in operation for quite some time, or so it seems, which is a pity. It's a beautiful structure. What surprises you here are the two altars. A temple usually has only one altar. As you glance around, though, you see two big paintings. Two gods are being honored here. As you pass this huge painting, you give it a quick look at it. It's a painting of a god in the forest. Under it, on a small gold sign, it says, Bjorgrunt, god of war. The painting on this wall just portrays a goddess sitting at the waterside of a lake. She is very beautiful. She looks at the water. You look down where a small sign is hung. It says, Fomdal, goddess of luck and wealth. War and luck. Oh, that's interesting. You can go on to these spots, but only from one direction. Nice. In this chair, there's a wizard sitting. He snores. You decide not to wake him up. You go away. A big, proud man with a beautiful helmet enjoys his soup. You walk over to him and sit down. He looks at you with suspicion. Can I help you? What are you doing? Can't you see? I'm eating. Now go away. What a rude man. You stand up and leave. Okay, okay. In this beautiful room sits a young lady on her chair at a desk. She wears a priestess's robe. She smiles at you when she sees you. Come in, she says. What is your function in this fort? I do several things. I plan missions with the commander, I heal people, and I'm the guardian of our temple. Could you tell us anything about the missions? I don't know if I should tell you anything about that. You look at her with a hopeful smile. Well, alright then. If you talked with the commander already, you know what's going on. There have been raids by those big cats, or the Sonarti as they call themselves. I basically try to figure out their strategies. Did you figure it out already? Her smile fades away slowly. She seems disappointed. No, not yet. But I'm still working on it. They're terribly smart, you know. I hope we can stop them. Maybe you can tell us more about the raids. Well, you've been at one yourself. That's the one where you've been beaten into unconsciousness. It's good that we could save you, otherwise God knows what would have happened to you. We have seen, though, that they are particularly interested in things that are worth a lot. For example, Flanagan, a wizard in Pleasantville. His spellbook got stolen. The Sonarti have it. I suggest you go to him to ask about it. Flanagan, a wizard in Pleasantville. Can you heal us? I'm sorry, but my powers are limited at the moment. I could spare my energy to heal you when you got in, but the rest of my energy should be saved for other soldiers. I'm sorry. What can you tell us about the temple? She looks at you happily. She is pleased that somebody takes interest at all. That temple is rather old. I'm the second guardian of this holy place. I hope that I can bring forward a good successor. I don't think I'll find one, though. Why do you say that? thing to do. Many children go away to other places less dangerous. Many fear the Empire, but many more fear a coming revenge of Emperor Thralny. If you want to know more about him, go to Vartan. What do you think would happen? She looks at her desk. She opens one of the drawers and pulls out a letter. I got this not long ago. Its sender isn't mentioned, but I suspect it was probably the Empire Liaison of Riverrod. You spend some time looking at the letter. It doesn't say much, but it does give orders to ignore everything that stupid Thralny may say. You give it back to her. She puts it back in her drawer. Without her saying much, you can still understand what she is aiming at. War. She nods at you and asks with a pleasant smile, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" Not at the moment, but thank you. I like the little things that are put in here now. Commander Johnson is in there. That's General Flamington. A heavily armored dervish sits at this desk. He writes. When you come in, he puts his pen and paper away and turns to you. He smiles. "Hello, how are you? You are heavily wounded. Glad to see you standing again. What can I do for you?" What are your duties? "I mainly travel between towns of the Empire and see what needs to be done. Now, for example, I'm writing a letter back to the Empire Central Headquarters to inform them of the Senati problem." What can you tell us about the Senati? His smile begins to fade. "Evil, bad, vicious, ransacking all small villages and farms. It's depressing. They are really strong. I suggest you go talk to Commander Johnson. He knows more about this." How could you assist us? "In the past, I always was good with riddles and puzzles. If you want a puzzle solved, I may be able to offer a helping hand. Otherwise, I could use my influence." He grins when saying this and points to several Empire orders. "So you were in many towns then?" "Oh yes, I remember in particular my time in Valorum. It's awful. All those plagues, all this disaster." A tear drops on his heavily brushed armor. "I'd rather not discuss it right now." "Okay then. Thank you." One more person to talk to. Commander Johnson is a heavily built man with big shiny armor. He looks at you with a smile. "Well, I'm glad to see you are feeling better. Could you tell us what attacked that village?" "Ah, yes. I already thought you would want to know about that. They are a cat sort of beast, bigger and more vicious than the Nephilim and Nepharim. They call themselves Senati. I don't know where they came from and why they attack us. I think you should go to Pleasantville for more information about them. There lives a wizard in Pleasantville. I forgot his name, but you'll find him." Upon saying this, he smiles and offers you some chocolate. You wonder how he got it. "Where's the attacked village?" "You want to go back? Maybe if you're going there, you could do something for me? Oh, by the way, the village is called Stracton." "Of course. What is it you want us to do?" "I'd like you to search for clues. Maybe you can find out something about them?" "We'll try to find something, but we can't promise we'll find something." "Thank you very much." He looks happy. "The village is just south of us. Actually, it's not far from the Riverrod border." "Where do you think it is best for us to go?" He folds his legs over one another and starts thinking. "I think you could best go to Pleasantville or Vartan, which is the capital of Riverrod." "Where's Pleasantville?" "Follow the roads, there will be signs." "Where is Vartan?" "Oh, the capital is north of here. Just follow the roads and you will get there soon enough." He takes a bite of his chocolate bar and then adds to that, "Vartan is an enormous walled city with a river running through it. It's hard to miss." "Of course, thank you. We'll make our way to Pleasantville. First, we're going to head to the south. You are about to leave the fort. Leave a safe, for now, place with not very good food. A place to rest. It's your choice, but if you want to rest, you know where you should be." Okay. Well, that's done. Interesting that there's it's actually an interesting design there. I like it. Well, we'll head out in the next episode. This episode's going to be a little shorter, I know, but I think it's fine. This is a decent pause point. Next episode, we'll move onwards and, try and make our way south to the little town. Scranton, I believe they said it was. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Trester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.